Hello again, everyone. It's Brandy from Brandy Gale Health and Fitness. I just wanted to come with you tonight with a few tips on how to feed your family healthy, or how to feed your family when you are trying to eat healthy yourself and trying to feed those picky eaters. So I just wanted to share some of the tips with you and some of the things that I found in the last 3 years. My kids are older, they're teenagers, but that doesn't mean that they still weren't resistant to when I started eating healthy. So a couple of things that I found along the way. First off, you may be really surprised when you start cooking healthier and they start getting used to it. They don't complain. They actually enjoy it, and my son actually will ask me, I'll ask him what vegetable he wants, and he will ask for broccoli. So just, you just never know. They very well may change their minds and really decide that they like the food that you're cooking. So just because you think they may not like it, don't put that into their heads. Let them decide on their own, okay? Second, stop buying the junk food. When I made my lifestyle change 3 years ago, I stopped buying pop and chips and candy and all of those things so that I wasn't tempted by them. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't occasionally buy them now that I have the willpower most of the time. But, when I first started, it was hard for me to have it in the house, so I stopped buying it. And yes, I got some complaints, but they got used to it real quick, and now I don't have to worry about my kids drinking pop all the time, and they drink water instead, or they'll drink milk, and I don't have to worry about all the sugar and the bad for you things that they're eating. I mean, if I don't want to eat the junk food, then why do I want my kids to eat all of that? So that's just something to think about. So another tip is when you're buying your fruits and vegetables for yourself, don't forget to leave enough for your family. So make sure that you buy extras for your family and let them eat them. That's the whole reason you're making this change, is to be healthier let them be healthy with you. So buy extra fruit, buy extra vegetables, buy extra good for you things so that they can eat them too. I've discovered that I want to be the example for my kids. So if they see me eating healthier, then they're going to attempt to do that as well. So some of the things that I have found that my kids like, or that I buy extra of just because we go through it so fast, is apples, the clementine cutie oranges, bananas, carrots, celery with peanut butter. I like apples with peanut butter too, but give them a little bit of ranch if that's what's going to let them eat them. But, it's a healthier snack for them than chips or candy or ice cream. Let them pick their healthy snack, have a variety of snacks available in grab-and-go containers, and let them pick which one it is that they want to try. So along with, so I said apples, bananas, oranges, carrots, celery, mini cucumbers is the other one. So my daughter absolutely loves the mini cucumbers that I buy. So when you're making your dinner, just keep it simple. You don't have to make a complicated meal. It can be very simple. You can, if you want to buy a leaner cut of meat for you and something else for everybody else, that's one thing. You're still out there, you're still cooking your meat, and you're still going to cook for everybody, but it's not making two different meals. So that's one thing that you can do, that, if they have a specific thing that they like, then let them eat some, if it's taking the same amount of time to cook and it's not any extra steps, then go ahead and do that. But for the most part, my family eats what I eat now. Vegetables, we absolutely love roasted vegetables. So I cut them up and lay them out on a pan lined with foil. Pour a little bit of olive oil and some pink Himalayan sea salt and pepper on there, and put them in the oven, and I roast them for 15 minutes or so, and they're done. And it's something that the family will eat. So another idea to make food fun is make zucchini noodles. So instead of eating white pasta that's full of added things, feed them whole grain pasta, or you can switch it up to, like I said, the zucchini noodles. I have a Veggie, which is a machine. You set it on the counter and you put the vegetable in there and you spin it, and it cuts the vegetable into spirals for you, or into noodles. So one idea that I had is you could let your kids actually do the work. Of course, you want to be able to be the one to put it into the machine and set it up for them. But if you are confident that they're old enough to do it without getting hurt, then let them spin it and have fun with it. And if you think they're too young to do that, then let them watch while you do it and let them have the fun of seeing the vegetable turn into these noodles that you're going to have for dinner. Let's see. Oh, the one thing I do have for you, if you do this with the zucchini noodles, is make sure that you cut them. I made the mistake of just tossing them into the pan and sauteing them the way they were, and they were this big, huge, jumbled mess, and I couldn't get them to separate when I was trying to serve them and when we were trying to eat them. So make sure once you spiralize them that you, or turn them into noodles, that you cut them into smaller pieces so that you can eat it easier. Another thing I thought of is if you're doing baked potatoes and everybody prefers white potatoes and you want a sweet potato, you know, they take about the same amount of time, but sweet potatoes take a little bit longer, but you can do all the prep work and get them in the oven and just leave yours in there a little bit, or get it in there first, or leave it in there a little bit longer. So if you're like me, you're always the last one to eat, so it's going to need to sit in the, so it can sit in the oven and stay hot anyway. So, and if all else fails, then shred your vegetables. Get a grater out and shred your vegetables and mix them in with sauces and chilies and anything that is liquid that, you know, macaroni and cheese even. You can add shredded vegetables in to those foods and it hides the vegetable. They can't taste it, they can't see it, and they'll eat it and not even realize that they're eating healthy. So those are a few things that I had for you and a couple tips, so I hope that you found them helpful. If you have anything that you're struggling with or anything in particular that your family is fighting you on, give me a shout out and comment below, and I will get back to you on ideas on what you can do to help with that. So have a good night.